That's a load of shite. Hey there astrology fans, how are we doing? It's Maechyl here. So I've noticed that something that we see a lot in specifically online and on social media astrology circles and communities, there's a whole lot of shit being flung back and forth. People hating on that sign, people hating on this sign, but I wanted to do something a bit different. I wanted to make a series of videos giving 5 reasons, 5 things that I admire about each of the different signs. So this is my video on Scorpio. So if you have Scorpio Sun, Moon or Rising or any other strong emphasis or strong placements in Scorpio, this video is for you. And here's my list of 5 things that I love about you. So let's get into it. First thing that I admire about Scorpio, it's the depth, and I know that's like the first thing that everyone says about Scorpios, that they're so deep, but honestly I think it's true. I think it's the most obvious thing about Scorpio to point out. I think Scorpio dominants are typically just flat, not interested in the superficial. They don't like small talk. What they do know is that they know where true value is found, and it's way deep down, and they are prepared to get down there and swim in those waters. As someone with the Scorpio Moon myself, I'm obviously biased here, but I really think that this depth really brings something really valuable to the human experience, and I'm glad that we are around. I'm glad that I'm around. Second thing besides the depth is the intensity. And really, I think that this is the first thing that you'll notice when you meet someone who has an emphasis on Scorpio placements. You can spot it a mile away. In particular, if they have Scorpio on their ascendant, it's that gaze, that, like, you know, that expression, still waters run deep. Well, honestly, that's Scorpio. There's like this seductive, sultry look about them, which I think comes from like a confidence in their own power. You can see in the eyes this like intense, like, Scorpio look. A really good example of someone who has this gaze is it Halsey or Halsey? In my accent, I don't know. You know who I'm talking about. The intensity that comes like through her stare, I think it just communicates so much. It just says so much. Her she has her ascendant, but also her Mercury, Venus and Jupiter all in Scorpio. Next up on my list is the ambition that characterizes Scorpio. Scorpio is a sign that knows where the treasure is hidden, and it's not shy on setting their sights on claiming it, really. So I think a lot of the political maneuvering that happens in like a show or a set of books like Game of Thrones, I think it's very Scorpioic. This sign's ruled by Pluto, which is a planet that has a whole lot to do with power dynamics, and Scorpio dominants, I think, are very capable in leadership positions. Like, there's a part of them that's very determined, and I think we can all agree that that's something that they certainly deserve credit for, and something that is definitely worth admiring. Number 4 is how resourceful Scorpio dominants are. The 8th house is the one that is most naturally associated in the natural zodiac with the sign of Scorpio, and that is the house which covers things like investments and things like that. Other people's money is what people say. Even the term plutocracy exists. It means a society that is ruled by the wealthy, ruled by money. And so I think there's really close ties here between Scorpio and being renowned for their resourcefulness. Scorpio dominants are the kind of person that you would expect to know how to make their finances work, and maybe you'd even trust them with your money. Maybe that someone who's a Scorpio dominant could be your stockbroker or something like that, giving you know, people always say not financial advice. If it's a Scorpio dominant, maybe ask them for financial advice. I don't know. That was not advice about financial advice. Finally, just to, I think something that really sums up Scorpio is that they are comfortable in the dark. I think that Scorpio is definitely the sign that is most comfortable dealing with the taboo sides of life, things that most people just don't want to talk about, so we kind of repress them, you know. And I think that's such a good quality in so many ways. I mean, where would we be today without the taboo busting, like sexual revolution, you know, in the 60s or in the 70s, and even look at like in more recent years where spirituality is today. You know, it was the millennial generation which was characterized by Pluto and Scorpio, which really has gone a long way to take like magic and tarot and astrology and all these what were used to be considered alternative spiritualities, but now are far more mainstream. Took it from being taboo and brought it really into the light, and I think that's Scorpio all over. It's like not afraid of what may appear to be the dark. And really, I think that if we could have a little bit more bravery just with that in general, and not being afraid of things that are different or that we don't understand, I think we wouldn't have so much repression of our collective and personal shadows. And I think that we could all live in a world that's a lot more open and a lot more honest. So thanks, Scorpio. Alright, those are my thoughts. Those are my 5 things that I really like about the sign of Scorpio and Scorpio dominance. So if you want to see more of this astrology-based content, please let me know by hitting like and hit subscribe below the video. And if you want to be more specific, I'd love a comment. So if you want to type one out, that'd be great. Alright, thanks for clicking, and I'll see you next time. Cheers.